Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Namaskar. Let us discuss section 25, that is on foreign direct investment. What is the positive negative aspect of foreign direct investment, and how we can evaluate foreign direct investment using the project evaluation methods, particularly the NPV, IRR methods. Before that, you have to discuss what is the difference between foreign direct investment and foreign portfolio investment, how foreign direct investment is good for the country comparing to foreign portfolio investment, and what are the positive and negative aspect of foreign direct investment. And end of this session we will be discussing about the evaluation aspect of foreign direct investment using a practical example. Let us discuss what actually the international business. When you mention about international business, it primarily refers to export and imports of goods and services. The foreign direct international business also involves licensing policy. It may be rather not in the form of foreign export import, maybe in the form of technology side, maybe in the form of copyrights, patent, trademarks. These are the licensing side also involved in foreign investment. Similarly, the foreign investment can also take place in the form of joint venture, a venture owned by a domestic company and some extent owned by the foreign partner. It may also involve merger and acquisition of domestic company by a foreign partner. Then it may directly also involve in the form of setting of foreign companies offices, subsidiary, branches in domestic country that requires large scale investment, take a longer operation period. So, when international business we discuss, the international business may be in the form of foreign export import, may be in the form of technology or copyright involved, may be in the form of what is called a joint venture, may be in the form of ownership, that is a domestic foreign company own the or accused or merged with a domestic company, maybe the foreign partner or the foreign company have office in domestic country, particularly in other country in the form of a branch, in the form of a subsidiary. So, these are the international business, the type of international business. The international business involve inflow outflow capital, and whether international business will be successful or a failure, how to evaluate, that is the evaluation aspect of foreign direct investment or international business. Then when you discuss about international business, there may be some benefits of the international business, other than domestic country may not allow international business. So, what are the domestic aspect or the benefits aspect of the international business? When a foreign partner come to a particular another country to have to invest, they generally evaluate the investment in the form of a large market, whether by investing in a particular country they are getting a market, the customer base are large, whether they will be in a position to sell their product, that is a large market concept. First will be in the mindset. Second, whether by opening a subsidiary, opening a branch or having a business in a foreign country, the cost of production reducing, whether they are reducing the cost of production in the form of getting cheap labor or they are getting a what is called inputs or raw material at cheap cost, that is also another part of the discussion. Then whether they are getting a tax benefits, it may happen the foreign direct investor, they go on searching a country which is lowest tax net. So, arbitrage of tax difference across the country also part of the decision making process whether to go for a foreign investment or not. Then generally different developing country at present allowing the foreign direct investment by giving different kind of benefits. The benefits in the form of government subsidy, lower taxation, cheap power sources, raw material sources, large market, in the form of royalty payments. So, in the form of tax deductions in royalty, these are the concept generally or way of attracting foreign direct investment into a domestic economy. All developing countries are now after big MNC, so that the MNC can bring technology, MNC can bring large capital, and that will help in the growth of the domestic economy. So, they wanted to give all kind of benefits to foreign investment, and these benefits are in the form of subsidy, in the form of cheap labor cost, in the form of input prices, in the form of cheap power, free land. These are the way of attracting foreign direct investment. Similarly, it may happen that cost of capital may reduce, because foreign direct investment also move one place to another place on to locate where the cost of capital is less. The cost of capital is less, then they can get a good margin in their production process. It may also happen diversification of production, because MNC generally diversify the production base so as to immune the revenue, immune the income source of any kind of recessionary activity. So, diversification of product also one way of getting the benefits of international business. Then new technology. New technology generally the domestic economy try to attract new technology through foreign direct investment. The new technology also aspect of benefits of foreign direct investment. Then there may be some risks of globalization. Risks means when we allow foreign direct investment, we also accept their risks. So, globalization at present, which is the terminology everybody is using, the globalization nothing but opening the economy for foreign direct investment, for foreign institutional investment. By opening up the economy, the domestic economy also all cannot be insulated from the risks of the domestic world economy. So, the risks also be there with the foreign direct investment. The risks may be in the form of what is called currency turmoil, because we have witnessed the Asian currency crisis. At present the world economy is also in recession. This is the recession has been spread to many parts of the country, many part of the world. It started from the US, then also it affected the European country, and now many developing country also are affected because of this present world crisis. This world crisis spread to different country, because world economy is in the process of integration. The integration nothing but we are allowing the foreign direct investment, foreign institutional investment to our country. This way, by allowing them, we are also accepting their risks, the risks of currency turmoil, volatility in currency, domestic currency. That may be also we are comply with the local regulation. The regulation may be in the form of antitrust regulation, labor laws, environmental concern, capital control, disclosure norms, the political uncertainty. They also are the part of the foreign direct investment. When foreign direct investment generally go to a country, they accept the political uncertainty of the country. They also accept the tax regulation, the other kind of disclosure norm, accounting principle. These are the regulation side, they are accepting that. They also accept the environmental concern, the labor laws of the country, and antitrust agreement. These are the some kind of what is called risks of globalization or risks of foreign direct investment. Another part of international capital flow, as I mentioned earlier also, that international capital flow may be in the form of institutional investment, that is foreign portfolio investment. Portfolio investment, as we know, equity participation in the particular company. The FI, the foreign institutional investor, they invest in the equity market of the company and in the equity market of the country. So, investment in foreign companies for capital gain, these are for capital gain, because equity market they get the returns of capital and that is capital gain. However, not concern of our management side, because here directly ownership is not coming, because they are not investing in the development of the company, rather indirectly they are investing in the equity of the company. So, great implication for crisis, it has great implication, because by when the equity price is very high they purchase it, when the price is low they sell it. It creates havoc in equity price of the particular company and high volatility because of foreign institutional investment. And foreign portfolio investment are very easy, because it is very easy for the foreigner or the foreign companies which are investing directly can invest in stock market of a domestic economy, and whenever there is a crisis they sell their equity and go out from the risks. So, your risk absorption is very less, however, risk creation is very high. So, but foreign direct investment directly they are investing in the participation of the in the development of the company, in the management and ownership of the company, they own the company, they bring the new technology, they bring new business process, they participate in the day to day activity of the company, and this is very difficult to once they invest, very difficult to go out from the system. So, foreign direct investment is a longer process, it is participation in the development of the company, development of the country. However, foreign institutional investment they participate in the equity market development of the company or the country, but whenever there is a volatility or there is a crisis in the company, crisis in the economy, the foreign institutional investors sell their share and go out from the company. So, that is the risks of globalization is high volatility in the form of foreign institutional investment, but risks of globalization through foreign direct investment is least. For that reason, many countries are attracting foreign direct investment and rather foreign institutional investment. When you discuss about the FDI, that is foreign direct investment, we have to understand the direct investment in the form of ownership of the company, in the form of participation in the management of the company, in the form of accepting the risks of the company, in the form of technology transfer to the company. So, in the growth of the company, the foreign direct investment associated with. However, there are many advantages, many disadvantages are there for the foreign direct investment. When you discuss about advantages, we have to understand that this advantage is available to all foreign direct investment, and it is maybe some extent industry specific, because industry rules regulation applicable here. It may be something applicable to the sectorial growth of the growth, because the industry particular sector of the economy. So, sectorial independence, sectorial liberalization also influence the foreign direct investment. Let us discuss the advantages first. When a country attract foreign direct investment, there is some fundamental, some bottom line they assume. The assumptions are there, the foreign direct investor will bring new technology and new business practices. The foreign direct investment increase the local investment and stimulate the local economy. Foreign direct investment increase the GDP of the country and provide export competitiveness of the country. It increase the efficiency of resource allocations and increase productivity of the country. At the same time, it also provide more employment opportunity and enhance the quality of goods and choice for consumers. Government also get, because foreign direct investment government also get what is called the tax revenue, because when the company comes to India, they make profit, there is a tax on profit. That profit is a tax on profit is a revenue source for the government. It brings stability in forex reserve, but foreign direct investment once come, they cannot, very difficult for them to go out without selling the company to a domestic owners, they cannot go out. So, foreign direct investment, the whatever the foreign exchange comes, that will be that provides stability to forex reserves. These are the assumptions or underlying evaluation process of foreign direct investment. Generally, whether the company bring new investment, new technology, new business practices, is a matter of discussion. Similarly, no doubt it increase the local investment, provide some kind of employment opportunity, but the productivity, efficient allocation resources, it is also a matter of discussion. No doubt the foreign direct investment provides stability to the foreign forex reserve of the country. What are the disadvantages are there? The foreign direct investment, where the foreigner are coming to India or coming to any developing country to invest, there may be some benefits for them. The benefits are there, maybe they wanted to utilize the local resources of the economy, because many developing countries have huge amount of natural resources. The natural resources they wanted to exploit. So, for that reason foreigners are coming and establishing their industry in the domestic economy. It may happen that we are assuming that the foreign companies will increase the local employment. However, foreign companies are more capital intensive rather labor intensive. They use modern technology to reduce the wages, reduce the requirement of labor forces. So, it is very difficult to say the foreign direct investment increase local employment, because they are more in capital intensive rather other labor intensive. They use different kind of tax transfer prices, because to evade the taxation. What is transfer prices? They use their subsidiary, because whenever a company comes to India, like a car manufacturer, Toyota or Maruti Udyog, they are coming to India. They will establish the process of what is called the assembly line process rather than manufacturing base. They have the manufacturing base in some other country. They purchase the engine from different country and pay a transfer price. The transfer price is very, what cost they purchase the engine, that way that much of revenue will go out from the country to the subsidiary company. So, in this way the transfer prices, they try to reduce they get what is called a way to evade the taxation. So, there may be outflow of capital in the form of royalty, in the form of profit, in the form of interest payment, in the form of transfer price payment, that is also part of the FDI process. When a company comes to India, they demand some kind of subsidies, subsidy in the form of lower taxation, subsidy in the form of royalties or profit, subsidy in the form, they also want, they wanted to transfer their profit, they bring foreign capital, the capital they might have sources from abroad, they want to pay interest on that. So, these are the outflow of foreign exchange by the foreign company which are there in the domestic economy. The outflow, they create an umbrella of outflow in the form of royalty payment, in the form of profit transfer, in the form of interest income. So, these are the way of taking away the foreign fruits of development or fruits of what is called the investment in the economy. They always wanted that to transfer the foreign exchange as soon as possible. These are the way of transferring the foreign exchange from the domestic economy. So, no doubt they create some kind of what is called income opportunity or the revenue for the economy, domestic economy. However, there are many other way they take away the revenue from the domestic economy. It is also a debatable question whether the foreign company through the foreign direct investment bring new technology. Then it is not the new technology. Many cases it has been found it is a old technology, obsolete technology they want to dump in developing country. These are for environmental reason, for other kind of other kind of reason which are against the environmental pollution. So, there may be some possibilities are there, the old technology and old obsolete technology they generally bring to developing country through foreign direct investment. They also demand many kind of concession from the domestic economy, because they wanted to bring technology in the light of they wanted to bring technology, productivity, efficiency. On this ground they demand many kind of concession from that government in the form of lower taxation, local tax subsidy, some kind of free land, some kind of cheap labor, some kind of ownership on mines, natural resources. These are the expensive demands. They demands from the domestic economy or domestic government for bringing the foreign direct investment. These are the advantages, disadvantages of foreign direct investment. However, there are some way the advantages are more, some other sector the disadvantages are more, and it is whenever we are allowing the foreign direct investment, we should always look into the features of foreign direct investment and what are the advantages, disadvantages are in the foreign direct investment process. And it is essential we should allow the sector where domestic economy, domestic investors are not available, a domestic capital is not sufficient, you can allow foreign direct investment. Whenever domestic investors are there, domestic technologies are there, capital is sufficient, it is better not to allow the foreign direct investment for the growth of the company or growth of the country. Let us, what are the determinant of foreign direct investment? We discuss about advantages, disadvantages of foreign direct investment. What are determinant? Determinant means why the foreign direct investment, what are the component on the basis of which the foreign direct investment decided. Determinant here what we discussed earlier, the size of the market. What is the size of the market? Because many developing country like India, China or Mexico, Brazil, these are emerging economy, and they have huge market. Market means customer base, market means purchasing power, and for this reason the all MNC they try to come into this country to get advantages of size of the market, and size of the market is the primary determinant of foreign direct investment. Political stability of the country. Whenever a foreigner coming with the foreign direct investment, they see the country stability. Stability means the sense of political stability. So, they generally see whenever a multi-party government is there, a single party government is there, whether the government is anarchy, the government is military control, there are abiding by rules regulations or not. These are the some kind of political or the what is called legal aspect they thought before coming and investing in a domestic economy. If you find political stability is there in India, China, Brazil, Mexico, so we are getting huge amount of in foreign direct investment. There is no political stability in country like Pakistan, Afghanistan, sub-Saharan economy. So, there will be very difficult to find foreign direct investment in that particular country. Growth potential in the economy. So, all emerging economy are having a huge amount of growth. Despite recession in the world, China and India, the GDP is increasing more than 5%. So, India and China one the biggest market in the world. So, all foreign direct investment generally coming to India and China. The growth of the economy, domestic growth of the economy, because of the huge market, despite world recession, India is growing at 5 to 7%. Similarly, China also growing at 6 to 9% despite being world recession. So, these are the growth potential, growth region, growth center. For that reason, foreign direct investments are coming to this country. Low cost labor inputs, another determinant of foreign direct investment. India or any other developing country, the cost of labor in the form of wage payment, salary payment is very least as compared to many developed countries. So, to reduce the overall cost of production, all assembled line manufacturing companies are coming to this country. These are because they will get skilled labor at lowest possible cost. These are not available in other developed country. So, to add these are the labor inputs, labor cost also another major inputs or determinant of foreign direct investment. Similarly, legal and regulatory framework in the area of, because legal and regulatory framework is very important for indirect investment. So, what is the legal regulatory framework? Repatriation of profit. When the foreign direct investment coming to a developing country, they are coming for profit reason, not the socio-economic development of a domestic economy. There are major criteria to get profit revenue, and they want to repatriate the profit in the form of royalty payment, in the form of corporate profit, in the form of what is called transfer payment, in the form of interest payment. They want to repatriate that income from the domestic economy. So, that should be a liberal repatriation of profit guideline or the legal framework. They want that from the different country, and developing countries are what is called competing among each other to attract the foreign direct investment. Now, because of that reason, many countries have what is called a regulatory framework in the form of repatriation profit is very liberal in nature. The liberal repatriation rules also one of the major determinant of foreign direct investment. Similarly, forest guideline. The forest guideline should be liberal in nature, because they are the foreign direct investment, the foreign company are not only they have investment in domestic economy, but their currency transactions are in foreign country. They have the currency transaction in the form of dollar, pound sterling, yen, some other currency. They want a liberal foreign currency regulations. This because this liberal foreign currency regulation allow them to take away the profit from the domestic economy. So, they also want a liberal foreign currency guidelines. Similarly, they want a free market policy. They want the domestic, there should not be any guideline on the part of the government to decide the price of the product, price of the labor, price of the wages. They want a free market policy. So, free market policy allow them to charge any kind of price in the domestic economy. So, they also want a free market policy. Similarly, they want property rights, right on the goods and services, right on the lands, right on the minerals, right on the other resources, that is called property rights. So, many developing countries are allowing this property right, many developing countries are against of this property right, and because they do not want foreign company have a ownership on mineral resources. The foreign companies would have ownership in the properties of the domestic economy. So, they may not want, they may not provide that kind of right to the foreign company. So, many countries also allowing, many countries are not allowing this. Copy and patent right, as per the WTO agreement, they want whatever the new technology they are bringing, new business processes are they bringing, they are developing the technology in domestic economy, they should have right on that. That also allow as per the WTO guideline, because they are investing huge amount in a new product development, new process development, new technology development, new manufacturing, product or processes. They want copyright, trade right, patent right on this, and many developing countries are allowing these rights on FDI, on foreign direct investment. So, these are also main determinant of FDI. Similarly, access to raw material, mineral resources, mines, minerals of the land, power of the domestic economy. They want that kind of rights, that kind of access, at least access to these basic services, and many developing countries are allowing this kind of rights on mineral resources, raw material to FDI or to foreign direct investors, and these are the determinant of foreign direct investment. There are many other determinants, however, I have discussed these are the major determinant. Many other determinant also possibilities are there. When foreign direct investments are coming to India, they see all these determinants and try to do a SWOT analysis, what is called strength, weaknesses, opportunity and threat before investing in a domestic economy. The SWOT analysis provide them some kind of roadmap, some kind of what is called a near future possibility whether they are coming to a particular country or not. Whenever they try to evaluate different country for direct investment, they also do this kind of SWOT analysis to so as to understand which country is more attractive in foreign direct investment, which country are least attractive in foreign direct investment. FDI regulation and FDI guideline are also important in deciding the policy of foreign direct investment. Let us move to what is the FDI permission we have in India. Indian context, if you see, we have automatic route of, that is a automatic route and there is a government approval routes for foreign direct investment. Indian context, automatic route is that FDI can come to India through RBI permission directly and try to participate in the equity market, try to participate some kind of industry where there is no requirement of government license, and they are supposed to invest within 30 days of receipt of the fund. Automatic route maybe proposals are in the form of manufacturing activity where industrial license do not required, because there are, if you see Indian context, there is reserve list and free list. In case of free list, the automatic routes are automatic permissions are there. In case of reserve list, they have to come through the foreign investor promotional board, and that is called government approval required for foreign direct investment. Here the proposal to attract compulsory licensing, that the compulsory licensing are there, because these are the reserve list items where foreign direct investments are coming. Government has to give the license for foreign direct investment in that sector. These are primarily applicable to small sector, small scale industry, and small scale industry foreign direct investments are not allowed. Some extent some sectors are applicable where technologies are coming, big investment proposals are there. The government approvals are required for foreign direct investment. However, there are significant amount of free list items are there or free list sectors are there where automatic routes for foreign direct investment coming to India. If you see over the period, the foreign direct investment I have given from 2000 to 2012, the how much foreign direct investment has come to India in the form of US dollar billion, and there has been huge increase over the year. Only the recession period, that is 2007, 8, 9, there was a decline. After that it has started increasing 2011 onwards, and from the minute 4,000 million US dollar to have the foreign direct investment increased to 32,000 million US dollar, and these are the different sectors of the economy the foreign direct investment has come. And after the liberalization, particularly 94-95 onwards, the foreign direct investment has been increasing over the years, and there has been significant improvement in 2004 to 2007. After that, some recession period we achieved less amount of foreign direct investment. However, in 2011-12 it has started increasing. The different sector of the economy, if you see sector wise, we have different sector of the economy have different different amounts of foreign direct investment. Here I have given the sector wise: manufacturing sector, construction, financial services, real estate, electricity, energy generation, communication sector, business services sector, some kind of miscellaneous sector, computer services, restaurant, hotel, retail, wholesale trade, mining, transport, trading, education, research and development. These are the sector wise I have provided some kind of foreign direct investment in last 4 years, that is 2007-8 to 2011-12. If you see, the huge amount of foreign exchange investment has come in the manufacturing sector, and after that construction and financial services and real estate. These are the 3-4 sector where significant amount of foreign direct investment has come. Similarly, in the sector of the business services and computer services, also huge amount of foreign direct investment has come to India. but India is nowhere comparable if you compare with the China or Brazil or Mexico. They have achieved significant part more than India, and for that reason it is not comparable. So, when you go for evaluation of foreign direct investment, because when you when you decide that we have to bring the foreign direct investment, you have to evaluate the foreign direct investment, whether they will contribute to our economy or not, one aspect. Second aspect, the foreign direct investment investor themselves also try to evaluate the foreign direct investment, whether they are supposed to come to India or China or Brazil or some other country. So, that should be some kind of evaluation procedures. The evaluation procedure is nothing but same capital budgeting technology, capital budgeting methodology we use, or however with some kind of other adjustment. The adjustment required in the kind of taxation, because taxation tax concessions are available for foreign direct investment. Similarly, subsidy and royalty, the domestic economy provides subsidy in the form of lower cost for inputs, free land, power, some kind of what is called subsidy in the form of what is called less amount of labor charges, local taxes. They also allow the foreign direct investment to get royalty, and they take away the royalty as without any tax. So, that also affect the evaluation process. Similarly, dividend to parent company, because the foreign direct investment may be subsidiary in the domestic economy, however, they have a parent in abroad. So, dividend payments, interest payment, transfer of profit, these are the other way the influence the decision making process. Similarly, tax credit to host country, because we have double taxes agreement. So, suppose they pay tax in their own country, they may not pay tax in India. So, tax credit they will get from India, that also possibilities are there. It can influence the what is called your NPV. Similarly, block funds, many developing many FDI have the already invested in India. So, they might be having some funds in India. If they withdraw the fund, they will pay tax. If they do not withdraw the fund, they get some kind of rebate. So, what is called block fund. Block fund also some improve the FDI NPV of the evaluation process. Similarly, the spare parts of from parent company, they can bring the spare parts from abroad at cheap cost rather than manufacturing here. So, the spare parts etc., also influence the NPV calculation process. Similarly, ownership, tax concession, low cost production, these are the strategic parameter also influence the overall decision making process in FDI evaluation side. So, when you try to evaluate the FDI, we will evaluate for just as a domestic capital budgeting side, then adjust the domestic capital budgeting side for the other kind of requirements, and primarily then we merge together so as to get the FDI evaluation process. So, before going to analyze this, let us discuss a one case, small case for a manufacturing company in India. They wanted to have a car manufacturing assembly line in India. So, these are MNC coming to India. So, let us discuss about this MNC, so that you can understand the process of FDI evaluation in India. If you see here, a US company is planning to invest 4,000 crores of FDI, that is US dollar, to produce 1 lakh unit of car every year. They want to invest 4,000 crores of Indian rupee in the form of FDI, and they want to produce 1 lakh units of car every year. The plant would be operational within 1 year, and it would continue for 7 years. The vision of the company is 7 years. The company is expected to sell car in India at a price 6 lakh per car, and operating cost per car is 4 lakh 50,000. The operating cost for the car is 4 lakh 50,000, and but the sale price of the car is 6 lakh. Then the company has the opportunity cost of capital at 18%, the discount rate is 18% here. They have straight line depreciation of 20% straight line depreciation is that. The project further also provides some other information. The information is here, the tax in India is 38%, the corporate tax is 38%. The company has accumulated block funds in India 150 crores. If they withdraw it, they have to pay 38% tax. If they do not withdraw it, use in the company development, then there is no need of paying any tax. The company would import engine from in manufacturing base, the company might have manufacturing base in another country. If they import the engine, it will be 2 lakhs, which variable cost is 1,50,000. If they import, they will pay 1,50,000, the manufacturer in India, it will be 2 lakhs. Indian government permit 2% of sales as royalty payments, which is tax deductible. That is, they can get they can transfer the 2% of the sales in the form of royalty payment without paying any tax. With this information, let us evaluate the FDI proposal. So, our proposal is, first we assume the domestic company and try to do the FDI evaluation process. After that, you adjust the all other information and factor in the domestic FDI, domestic NPV, and try to find out what is the overall FDI NPV for the company. So, when you go for the domestic NPV calculation, you have to understand what is the process of calculation for domestic side. Here the lifetime of the project as a vision, the prepared 7 years, and the initial period, initial investment is 4,000 crores. So, 4,000 crores initial investment. So, first you have to estimate the, as per the NPV calculation, domestic NPV calculation, the operating profit, operating margin is, here operating margin is profit minus cost. What is the initial investment? The initial investment a 0 year. So, initial investment is rupees 4,000 crores, 4,000 crores, and the lifetime of the project is 7 years. Okay. So, the lifetime is 7 years. Then cost of capital, that is what is called, we call it discount rate, cost of capital is 18%. Depreciation is straight line, depreciation is straight line, that is straight line depreciation within 7 years they have to recover 4,000 crores, that is 4,000 by 7, that is per year depreciation will be there. Then any other thing is the tax rate, corporate tax is in India is 38%, corporate tax is 38%. So, now with this information you have to estimate the domestic NPV calculation first. So, if you see the operating margin is per unit price minus per unit sale cost. So, operating margin, if you see here, the operating margin is here per unit price minus cost, per unit cost. So, per unit price is 6 lakh per car and per unit cost, operating cost is 4,50,000. So, operating margin per unit is 1,50,000. So, what is the per unit price? Price of per unit price of car is 6 lakh, per unit price of the car is 6 lakh, and the per unit sale, per unit cost is, per unit cost, that is operating cost is Rs 4,50,000. So, for that is called operating margin, the difference is operating margin difference of 2, this is 1,50,000, 6 lakh minus 4.5 lakh, then 1,50,000 per unit margin. So, the earning how much? Earnings will be, so how many cars they have to, that is operating margin is 1,50,000. How many car per year? Per year is 1 lakh. So, this is our every year the earnings. So, every year's earning is there. So, what is the profit before tax? Profit before tax, because we are earning every year. So, we have to calculate profit before tax, PBT. PBT will be earning minus depreciation. So, earning minus depreciation. What is the earning? Earning is, this is the earning 1,50,000 into 1 lakh car, this is the earning. And what is depreciation? Depreciation is 4,000 crores by 7 years. In 7 years, you have to recover the 4,000 crores as a depreciation. So, per year depreciation 4,000 crores by 7, that this much of crores of depreciation per year. So, if to minus earning from here, we will get the profit before tax. After tax, you have to tax amount. Tax amount India is 38% of profit before tax. This is per year tax. And what is after profit? For profit of PBT, profit after tax. Profit after tax is PBT, profit before tax minus tax amount. That is your tax amount per year, that is called profit after tax. So, once you got the profit after tax, then you have to decide of the cash flow. So, what is cash flow? Cash flow is nothing but profit after tax plus depreciation, because depreciation is a adjustment in the system, there is no outflow of money from the system. So, depreciation is, cash flow will be, every year cash flow will be profit after tax plus depreciation. Once you got cash flow, then you have to calculate discounted cash flow. Discounted cash flow, because this cash flow are over the period. So, we have to bring it to present value, because our investment 4,000 crores is today and this cash flow are future in nature. So, we have to bring the discounted cash flow to the discount to the present value by cash flow, by discounting it to 18%, because our cost of capital or discount rate is 18%. Every year cash. So, I 1 to 5 7 years. So, every year cash flow divided by 1 by 18%. First year will be cash flow of first year divided by 1 plus 18% to the power 1. So, like that every year bring it to the discounted cash flow. And what is the total discount, total cash flow? Total discounted cash flow is the summation of all discounted cash flow I 1 to n, I 1 to 7. After getting the total discounted cash flow, you have to calculate the NPV. NPV is nothing but total discounted cash flow minus the initial investment. Initial investment, that if it is positive, then accept the project, it is accept the project. If it is negative, reject the project. But we cannot do reject the project, you cannot do it at present, because it is one part of our analysis. After the NPV got from the domestic analysis, we have to go for the NPV adjustment process. Why to adjust? Because the foreign direct investor is getting some kind of other benefit, and that benefit has to be need to be adjusted with the domestic NPV. So, that domestic adjustment process is separate here. The adjustment is because he has the 200 crores of block fund, he had there is no requirement of paying tax, there is also domestic engine, he can purchase a foreign engine at 1,50,000, no need of manufacturing the engine in domestic level. Similarly, he is getting a royalty of 2%, that also tax deductible. These are the some kind of other benefit the foreign direct investor is getting. You have to factor into the domestic NPV, so as to allow what is called the NPV actual. Okay. Now, let us first discuss about the domestic NPV, what we have done so far. if you see the Excel sheet here, the Excel sheet is I have given to you. The Excel sheet you see the plan investment 4,500 crores. So, the plan investment is 4,500 crores. So, if you the plan investment is 4,500 crores. So, we have to see that the fourth every year the 4,500 crores is the plan investment. You can see here the 4,500 crores at 0 year initial starting period 4,500 crores has been invested. So, now the number of unit every year 1 lakh unit up to 7th year the 1 lakh unit they are producing. What is the operating cost per unit 4,50,000 crores, 4,50,000 crores every year for 1 unit of production. Similarly, revenue per unit 6 lakh I have put here 6 lakh you see. So, what is the margin per unit? So, 6 lakh is the revenue, 4,50,000 is the cost. So, margin per unit is 1,50,000, 1,50,000 is here. Now, income 1,50,000 every year. So, but he has to produce how many? He has to produce 1 lakh. So, we have to 1 lakh into 1,50,000. If you multiply, then net income in crores, I have given you crores. Every year he is getting a net income of 1,500 crores. Per unit margin is 1,50,000. He is producing how many unit? 1 lakh unit. 1 lakh into 1,50,000 is divided by, if you make into crores, all are in rupee, to make into in rupee crores, then it will be net income will be in crore 1,500 every year. Now, depreciation 20%. So, how much investment? 4,500. So, 4,500 divided by 7 every year the depreciation is 643 crores. 643 crores. The net income after depreciation, net income is 1,500 minus 643 every year 857 is the net income after depreciation. On net income there you have to pay tax 38%. So, 38% of 857 every year tax is 326 crore is every year tax. If you earning after tax and in net income is 857 minus 326 every year income after tax is 531 crores every year 531 crores. The cash flow is earning after tax plus depreciation 531 and depreciation is 643. If you add together the cash flow in every year in crore 1174 every year, and discount is 1174 every year by 18%. We will get discounted cash flow every year, discounted cash flow. If you add all discounted cash flow up to 7 years, you will get total discounted cash flow that is less than the 4,500 crores, because it is not recovering. However, it is loss, but the company is getting some kind of other benefits. The other benefit you have to factor now. What is the other benefit? The adjustment in NPV. NPV adjustment will be taking place. Adjustment is what? Block fund. First we will adjust block fund. How much block fund is there? Block fund is 200 crores. If you withdraw, you will pay 38% tax. If you do not withdraw, then you will get a benefit. So, what is the benefit? Tax is 38%. So, he is getting a benefit of 200 crores into 1 minus 38%. That is, every year he is getting a benefit of 124 crores. So, 124 crores is the increase in NPV. If he is supposed to pay 38 crores, he is not paying. So, he is getting a benefit of 128 crores, 1 minus tax rate. The benefit is 1 minus tax rate, 124 crores he is getting the benefit. That will increase the NPV, that is earlier NPV, whatever the NPV, every year it is increased by 124 crores. Next amount, domestic engine. Domestic engine, suppose he will manufacture domestic engine, then engine cost is per 2 lakh, per engine cost in domestic is Rs 2 lakh. But if he bring it from his subsidiary in abroad, he will have a cost of 1,50,000. 1,50,000. So, he is getting a benefit of 50,000 every year, because he is supposed to manufacture every year. So, he is getting a benefit of 50,000 every year, but how many units is producing? 1,00,000 unit, 1,00,000 into 50,000 every year, that much of benefit is getting, and that much of benefit will spread over to 7 years. So, every year get a benefit of 50,000 and that will 1,00,000 every year. So, it will be 1,00,000 every year, 1,00,000 into 50,000 every year benefit will be there for him. Then royalty payment is getting a royalty payment 2% of the sale, 2% of the sale. So, 2% of the sale is sales, whatever the sales amount 2% multiply, he is not supposed to pay 38% tax, 2% sales will get the benefit. If you do this, it will be separate calculation. Block fund 200 crores, withdrawal tax 38%, he is get a benefit 124 crores. Domestic engine, per engine getting a benefit of 50,000 every year, 50,000 in crores. If you multiply 1,00,000, you get a 50,000 every year benefit will be that. But this have to bring it to present value, again you divide by 1 discount by 18%, you will get discounted cost advantage every year. Similarly, royalty payment 2% of sale, 2% of sales is 1,00,000 into sales amount is 6,000, 6,00,000, 1,00,000 into 6,00,000, that is a sales. You have to bring it to 2%, 2% is 120 crores every year. So, tax you have to pay 25%, 38% tax amount is 45 crores. So, 45 crores is a tax, and now total gain is 45 plus 120, 165 crores every year, and discount is 165 crores by 18%, you will get the benefit. This benefit and this benefit together, total DCF will be this much, and earlier DCF is whatever earlier amount domestic DCF, and plus in this DCF together 5,421, but he is investing 4,500 crores. The difference of NPV is 921 crores. That 921 crores is a benefit for him. Without adjustment he was loss, with adjustment he was in profit. So, 921 crores is a profit for him. So, this is a calculation process. You can go through the references of these two references, and there are some question I have kept for you. You discuss about the NPV adjustment process, where how domestic NPV can be converted into international NPV, what are the adjustment needed in NPV for making it suitable for evaluation of international capital budgeting. I have mentioned you that advantages adjustment process, block fund, taxes, royalty payment, less amount of tax, these are the adjustment you need to bring out in domestic NPV so as to make it to international NPV. Then some short question I meant you, the capital budgeting for international project needs separate treatment primarily due to capital market segmentation, international financing arrangement of capital, international taxation, country risks or all political risks, all these above. This answer is all these above. To convert the capital budgeting international budgeting, you have to adjust everything. Second question is that which of the following is a legitimate reason for international investment? Dividend from the choices are A, dividend from foreign subsidiary are tax exempted in United States. Choice B, most government do not tax foreign corporation. Number C, there are possible benefits from international diversification. Number D, international investment have less political risk than the domestic investment. So, here the actual is that number B, most of the government do not tax foreign corporation, and because of that some kind of investment opportunities are there for multinational MNC. Thank you.